Welcome to Midway Minute, everybody. I'm Scott Koral. He is Kevin Kaduk. And the Bears win 33-27 over the Vikings on the road. A two-game winning streak, Kevin. A two-game winning streak.
It feels good. It was closer than it had to be. I was relaxed for way too much of that game. And then, of course, it got a little crazy, and that ball goes up in the air in the end zone, and a lot of bad things went through my mind. But here they are, the Bears, 7-7, 2 games to play. Their playoff hopes are still alive, and it was a fun one to watch.
Let's talk about two guys that really performed extremely well today on offense.
Yeah.
First is Mitch Trubisky, who was very efficient. The second one, and you can do it after you talk about Trubisky, but David Montgomery as well.
It really felt like we were through the looking glass because for so long we said, oh, why can't the offense ever help out the defense? The defense couldn't help out the offense, but it was really crazy to see Trubisky and Montgomery get out there and just kind of put together these calm, measured drives where it was just, a lot of production. And production is not something that we've associated with the Bears offense in 2020. And in these last 4 games, they've moved the ball, they've scored points, they're putting up 20 points in the first half. It's a good spot to be in. Montgomery is the guy that they thought they were drafting in the 3rd round out of Iowa State. He's getting holes. The offensive line, the changes that have gone on there have been great. So all in all, it's crazy. But then again, the defense can't stop anybody. So I don't know, man. Just go with it, I guess.
I mean, you got to be happy with, 199 yards rushing for the Bears. I don't know when the last time that they pulled anything like that. But they're starting to be able to run the ball, and it's something that they've needed. But one thing that I noted was the playbook just seemed simplified. And that was something that Spice Adams spoke to one of our partners in Brendan Shagru of Bears Wire, said about a month ago. He said that throw away about half the playbook. And it looks like now under Bill Lazor, they did that. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think that a lot of people are going to come in and say, okay, does Mitch Trubisky get a new contract? I still think it's much, much too early to talk about that. And obviously, it might be too late because, yes, he has played well, but it is a simplified playbook against poor competition. Trubisky's great. I like him. I think we all know how I feel about Mitch Trubisky. Is he still a guy you're going to want in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl, down 4 or down 5? No. So I think there's a lot of conversations to be had about Mitch Trubisky. I don't think after a Week 15 win over a bad Vikings defense that is just as bad as that Texans defense, the Lions defense before it, I don't think this is the time to have that conversation.
Speaking about the defense, and let's talk about Minnesota's defense. Missing cornerbacks, like they don't have any playmakers back there. They don't have Eric Kendricks. They don't have Anthony Barr due to injury. They retooled their whole defensive line. Everybody from last year is gone. And they couldn't stop.
Everyone was freaking out about the Bears defense giving up points. It was like, oh, hold on. The Vikings defense is just as bad. So I wasn't all that worried throughout this game.
No, but the Bears defense, yes, you're missing Jalen Johnson, but relatively everybody else was healthy. And you still gave up 27 points. What do you do? If you are Chuck Pagano, what do you do?
I think you just need to be aggressive. Obviously they were aggressive. They did get to Kirk Cousins when they needed to. And you just really need to fly to the ball. And that's not something that Pagano has done. They're not forcing turnovers, and you really need to get a nose for the ball, and we have not seen that throughout the season. So if the Bears in this last run against the Jaguars, against Green Bay, and even past that, who knows? If you can start creating turnovers, somehow do it, maybe good things happen.
But I will say it was nice to see Robert Quinn get a sack, his first since week 1. It was also nice. Kindle Vildor, I don't think played all that bad. His coming of age, so to speak, was last year when he faced off against T. Higgins of Clemson and held him down. And today he had to face off a lot against Justin Jefferson. And he had some bad times, but I thought he was physical at the point of attack. I thought
there's
he played
promise
pretty well.
there. He's obviously very green. He needs a lot more experience, but kind of looking back, it's like, oh, what if this team had Eddie Goldman? What kind of difference would that make? And obviously, Bilal Nichols has done a great job, and that defensive line, whether it's Mario Edwards or Brent Urban, there's been some contributions. But you put a guy like Eddie Goldman in there, it's a completely different story. So, I mean, it kind of seems like the life of a Bears fan. If the offense is working, the defense is, and the defense isn't, the offense isn't. I don't know why things can never click at the same time.
Well, it would be nice though, because the Jaguars are coming up. The Bears, one thing they can't do is play down to their competition. The Jaguars have one win. You need to beat and hammer a team like that.
And this is a classic trap game. We are taping this right now as the Rams are down 13-0 to the New York freaking Jets. So honestly, anything can happen. Although if the Jets do sneak this one out, then the Jaguars have some, I think, some impetus to actually throw that game. So maybe we should be rooting for the Jets here. I don't know.
True, but I mean, while there were some things to say, okay, that was nice to see out of the defense. It just wasn't good. Like that effort wasn't good enough.
Right. And, they're still going to need some help from the Cardinals here. As we tape this, the Cardinals are up on the Eagles, and they finished with the 49ers and the Rams. It'd be really nice to have that win against the Lions that the Bears frittered away 2 weeks ago. But, this is what it is. It's a stupid, dumb season. I think we just kind of have to enjoy the final 2 weeks and kind of see what happens. In the meantime, happy holidays to everyone who follows Midway Minute. If you don't follow us on YouTube already, hit that subscribe button and make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter at midwayminute.win. It's the best Chicago sports newsletter. And we are hitting good stride. The Bulls start up. The Bears are making a playoff run, and the Blackhawks are back. So as long as we don't mention Illinois basketball, I think we'll be good. Scott, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. And we will, I guess, see everyone next week.
Same to you, Kevin, and same to everybody out there. Happy holidays, guys.